Although young Sheldon's series finale featured many poignant scenes, it was one subtle nod to the Big Bang Theory that provided its most unexpectedly tragic moment. Over the show's 7 seasons, young Sheldon's cast of characters became more than the one-dimensional glimpses of Sheldon's family seen in the Big Bang Theory. Mary proved to be much more than a stern religious zealot. Missy and Sheldon's friendship was fleshed out. And Sheldon's father, George Sr., proved that the earlier show's jokes at his expense didn't provide a full picture of his personality. Fortunately, young Sheldon's series finale fixed this issue. Focusing on George Sr.'s funeral before flashing forward to Sheldon's future and examining his parenting style, young Sheldon's series finale bid adieu to the show's main characters while also giving viewers a glimpse of Sheldon's future. Young Sheldon's finale justified the Big Bang Theory's George Sr. gags at his funeral, proving that he was not a neglectful monster, but rather a decent man with a sense of humor who never objected to a joke at his expense. Meanwhile, a minor detail from the funeral's aftermath cemented Missy and Sheldon's connection and made the earlier show tragic in retrospect. Young Sheldon's series finale made Sheldon's spot tragic. The Big Bang Theory spin-off justified Sheldon's obsession. While Sheldon was always fastidious, the fact that he took issue with Dale over something so trivial shortly after his father's death proves that Sheldon used a sense of control to cope with the chaos and distress of everyday life. When Mima's boyfriend, Dale, tried to sit in George Sr.'s armchair, Missy angrily told him to get off her late father's favorite furniture. When he tried to sit on the couch, Sheldon pointed out that Dale was in his spot, much like he did throughout the Big Bang Theory. While Sheldon was always fastidious, the fact that he took issue with Dale over something so trivial shortly after his father's death proves that Sheldon used a sense of control to cope with the chaos and distress of everyday life. This made Sheldon's catchphrase throughout the earlier show more sympathetic. Although Dale ensured that Nemo's young Sheldon's series' final fate was relatively happy, he was nothing but a nuisance in the Cooper family home after George Sr.'s death. His presence did, however, highlight the often ignored similarities between the Cooper siblings. In their unique ways, the Cooper children each tried to shoulder George Sr.'s death alone. Missy attempted to preserve her late father's place in the home while Sheldon tried to hold on to his own, proving that they weren't all that different. Georgie took this further, promising George Sr. he would support the entire family. Young Sheldon's series finale proved Missy and Sheldon aren't that different. Dale's experience of the Cooper children illustrated this surprising truth. All three of the children dealt with their sudden bereavement by doubling down on arbitrary things they could control. And this amounted to allotting certain spots in the family home for Missy and Sheldon. Georgie and Mandy's young Sheldon spinoff will show how Georgie handled the aftermath of his father's death. But Missy and Sheldon's reactions were so similar that the characters almost seemed identical for a moment. Neither sibling could contend with someone sitting in the wrong place, thus proving that young Sheldon's heroes weren't as different as their counterparts in the Big Bang Theory claimed years later.